Hello family. It's been a disappointment for Africa, because when we talk about the African Union, the ECOWAS, when you look at our organizations, and the organizations were founded by our forefathers, and we are expecting that these are the organizations which will lead us to Agenda 1963, Africa becoming more resilient, funding ourselves, becoming independent, but only to realize that we don't fund it. We don't own this AU. It's a farce. It's crazy. And we are going to listen to this video of Mo Ibrahim. Mo Ibrahim is a British businessman born in Sudan. He's worth 1.3 billion USD. Do you know how much the AU requires every year? 650 million USD. This guy is worth 1.3 billion USD. It's like he can own it. Every dollar for an African. He's 79 years. He founded a company called the Celtel, which is sold, and he won the Global Economy Prize. He has the Mo Ibrahim Foundation, which is an African foundation providing an African voice on current global challenges grounded on sound leadership and governance. This guy is talking a lot of sense. Let's go for him.
When you go back to your countries, please ask your leaders, why aren't you funding the African Union? A simple question. Do you want the African Union or you don't? That's it. But to have a minuscule organization which is unable to function because it is not funded is not acceptable. I understand your budget is around $650 million. The total budget of the African Union, 650 million budgets. How much of that is given to you by others? European Union, other people. How much of 700 people is not ours? Somebody else paid. Be frank.
Entre 66 et 70%.
Between 66 and 70% of the investment budget is funded by partners, and most of the times more than that.
I like the word partners because they call them partners. 5 minutes later, they don't call them colonialists, imperialists. But when they give us money, partners. So let me ask you a question. Please, I'm not grading you, you are my friend. But it is really, if you have a European Union, you guys pretend you are Africans and you are brown, African solution for African problems, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, 650 million, your budget for the African Union, 70% of that is paid by foreigners. What are you doing? What are you doing? And those presidents go every February to Addis Ababa to hug and dance and sing. What is that? This is a farce. Either we are serious or we forget it. I mean, this is unacceptable.
Très frustrant.
I think
it is frustrating, actually.
I think we need to have the pressure. We need people to speak out to say either really we do it or we just forget it. Even your beautiful building in Addis Ababa was built by the Chinese.
Yes.
And then people said it was being bugged by the Chinese. Remember asking America, and said, yeah, why not? Let them bug it. I mean, they built it.
Imagine out of the 650 million, the foreigners fund 70%.
Almost 70%.
Okay. In the interview, they are talking with the former African Union Commission Chairman Musa Faki Mahamat, but right now we have another guy. Musa Faki Mahamat has stayed for 8 years. Now we have a whole new person from Djibouti. I don't know if anything has changed, because like this guy is saying, AU is a farce. AU cannot stop the war in Sudan, Somalia, the war in, even Somalia and Ethiopia, when they were having some disagreement, they had to go to Turkey. Congo and Rwanda had to go to Qatar. Even Hey, it's even Ibrahim Traore said
That is such a useless thing.
it's a useless thing.
And you wonder why is the EU, because from this interview, the guy says, Musa Faki says, the funders are their partners.
Yeah, he says
the
partners.
EU,
No, they are not. Okay, they call themselves partners.
Why do they continue to fund something that is not helpful to us? So this should show you
It's a
that
business.
the EU
You only
is
invest in something that is making you money.
for you. Yeah, because I mean, it's not helpful to the African people. It's not even serving. I wonder what kind of service it's giving to the EU for them to continue pumping in money to this organization, because $650 million US is
For
very
53 African countries.
it's very little for African countries. If it was serving African countries, this thing could be even funded by just one African country.
Yeah.
Burkina Faso can fund this
Why
thing.
can't we say, like, we fund it by population? Like Kenya is about 55 million?
Yeah, 57.
57. So Kenya gives $57 million, a dollar for everyone.
Yeah,
Swatini is how many?
just a meal.
1 million.
Yeah.
So they give out $1 million. I mean, we can fund this thing, right? By our population. Actually, Africa is more than 1.3
But
billion.
if it was
so we can
serving,
fund
and I
2
think
years.
it's best that we don't fund it, because it's not serving us at the moment.
No, it's
Maybe
not-
create something that will work for us, that will be funded by us, because you can't hijack something that is EU. It's like ECOWAS.
No, see, look at this. It's not serving us because it's not
funded by us.
funded
Was
by
it
us.
founded by us?
Yes,
Founded.
yes. But they hijacked it because it lacks,
Mandate.
it lacks funding. Imagine you have a business
Yeah.
and you are unable to fund it, so you go looking for investors. So when they invest in your business, they make money out of it. It's the AU.
Yeah.
So if we are like, no, we don't want your funding no more, we want to run it by our own. So out you go, we fund it. And by the way, from the calculations, it's only $50 for every African. And we have funded it.
But I don't think it would still work for us, because this is something that already has policies that are foreign, already has a mandate that is
No,
foreign. Even the implementation.
Maybe the dreams, the missions, the African, but the behind the scene is
Even the people leading it.
they are puppets.
Yeah. For me, if we were to create something new, totally new, like the AES, for example, now that is something that Burkina Faso, Mali, and
They are
Niger can be
funding
able
it.
to fund and continue funding, because it's something they created. They know the dreams, the goals, the vision, the mission, and they are the ones driving it. For this one, it's being led by people who are not, they are just in black skins, like
This
Michael
guy-
Langley, somebody in black skin, but with foreign policies. You see?
Mo Ibrahim is saying, he's saying that it's only leaders who go to Addis Ababa to hug.
Yeah, it's just old leaders who
Do
can't
you
even walk
remember-
properly.
Do you remember the elections where, like, Kenyans, politicians went, like, all of them for
That's
one
what
guy who
happens.
lost?
It's just for PDM. So it doesn't make sense for me. If it was the AES, then it's something that is worth our money.
Yeah.
But if it's something like the AU ECOWAS, let us just get rid of it and start afresh.
So guys, AU was compromised a long time ago. We cannot save it, according to you.
We can't.
But we need to fund our own thing. Maybe we can hijack it from the way they hijacked it and fund it and remove that shit called Agenda 1963, because none of those presidents will be alive in 1963. So guys, if you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description and in the screen. We also have super chat, super thanks. We also have membership.
Join our membership from
Yeah.
as low as $2
Yeah.
per month.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye bye.